Okay, we're good to go. Okay. So, did you guys get a chance to look over like the readings and stuff for our
Yeah.
meeting?
Yes.
I felt like this week was a lot, I don't know, easier. Not that a lot the previous weeks have been hard to understand, but it's just been more like straightforward, kind of like common sense stuff this week. I don't know. That was just my interpretation of it, though, so it was nice.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought too.
Yeah, it seems like there's a little bit more of a definite or a defined definition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of multiple and different steps, and it just seemed like it was a lot less involved this week, for sure.
Agree. So, let's see. Should we review the 7 key components that I was talking about?
Yeah. Did you guys do the application yet?
I haven't done it yet.
I've started it.
So I did it before this, and I went to the little ad council site and go to the one that talks about pre-diabetes, and then watch the little hedgehog video. I just thought it was adorable. So that's the one I would recommend to you guys to watch. It was funny. But it was so random because it was like talking about the need to get like checked to see if you have pre-diabetes, and the background was just these hedgehogs playing. And I was like, all right, that's one way to get people's attention, but that worked.
Would that be considered noise?
Yeah, I think I don't know, it depends on the person.
Yes, that's true.
Because it could be considered a distraction to miss the whole point of the message. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd be focused on the hedgehogs.
So I'll do the first step. So the first step is sender, right? So I feel like that's pretty like self-explanatory, like who's behind it and everything. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I guess it depends on what it is, but there's lots of different organizations and associations that support different ads and stuff like that.
Yeah. So the second step is encoding, and that's just the way the information is packaged for when they send it. So that includes kind of like the language, or if there's any sort of like symbols that are like expected to help kind of decipher what message is being sent.
Okay, the third one is message, which is the information that is being communicated. It can be simple or complex. It can relate to the length of the message and how easy it is to decode and be interpreted.
So the next one is channel. So that's just if it's a TV ad, if it's on the radio, if it's a billboard, it's a brochure, just how people are getting the message out. It's pretty simple as well.
Yeah. The next one is decoding. So the way that the message is kind of deciphered. And that is kind of dependent on the person or the receiver who's watching the message, on their personal like knowledge and experience. Everyone's going to kind of decipher and decode things a little bit differently.
Okay, next one is receiver, which is the target audience of the information communicated. It could be by individual or by a large group or by the masses. It just depends on the intent of the message and the channel used.
So the last one is noise, which was mentioned earlier. So that's just anything that's going to interrupt the person, the target audience, from getting the message that they're trying to get across. So whether it's hedgehogs or whether it's You know, we have to get ones that are like radio commercials if that's kids in the background screaming so you don't hear them. Or when I was doing the assignment, I was just thinking about how, like, yeah, commercials are great and you can have 30 to 60 seconds to get across what you're trying to like educate people on. But how many of us have like DVR? Like, no one, I don't know, at least like our generation, we don't watch commercials as much anymore. There's Netflix, there's ways to fast forward commercials. So I don't feel like those are nearly as effective. And I feel like that could be like a way of seeing like noise and what's stopping them from getting their message across.
Definitely. And also I think with even commercials on the radio, you can switch channels or turn it down.
I think commercials for us are ads in like YouTube videos, because I think that's the only way you can really get us as much.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you still have the opportunity to go past it after 5 seconds. So
yeah. And you're right, Lorelei, it's completely forced. If you want to, they do it like halfway through your video. It's like you want to know what happens. You have to. So mean.
Not awesome. It is.
Well, cool. So I think the next part is we're supposed to watch this video together about texting and driving, and then just kind of go through the 7 components together.
Yes.
So let me see if maybe I can open it on mine or something and see if it'll.
You should be able to share your screen, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let me see.
Screen share. It's a little green arrow up at the top.
Can you guys see it okay?
There we go.
Oh, here's our ad.
Here's our noise.
We want to cradle those curves.
Ooh, yummy.
It's taking a second to load. Sorry.
Nothing more. Never.
I'm going to skip it. Sorry, my internet's being down.
You know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time.
Sorry, guys.
Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Oh, that's a little intense. Okay. Oh, starting another video. Sorry. Okay. So what do you guys think with our components?
It was definitely intense. I feel like it was an interesting take. I mean, it wasn't just a typical, like, giving facts about texting and driving. Like, I've never seen that type of perspective before, so it was interesting.
I kind of felt like the receiver was targeted a little bit at like adolescents more than adults, since she was the one kind of like talking her down from doing it. Which, I don't know, I guess kind of changes the way that people will decode it, I think.
Yeah.
I also, some of the noise. Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Some of the noise that I noticed, I have seen this video before, but some of the noise, of course, is the radio playing in the background. But I even was honing in on the type of car she was driving. She was driving a Honda. So I think that some of the noise, I was almost focusing a little bit on the car a little bit this time, more than what was going on. And so that can be kind of a little bit of noise to detract you from. And then I was thinking, well, I wonder what kind of car the other person's driving. And anyway, so I think that can kind of be classified as part of the noise part of it.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. That was a really good thought.
Yeah, definitely. I also feel like it's supposed to be dramatic, but I feel like when it's so dramatic, you're just like distracted by the dramatic acting other than the message, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think it was interesting because I feel like a lot of those ads are, it's kids that are kind of like coming back from a party and they're all like reckless and they seem like they don't really care. So this was just like a chill girl, like with her friends, like texting her mom back. And I feel like it was more realistic kind of because lots of those are just accidents where people aren't looking kind of thing. So it was more relatable than people being like, oh, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to be coming back from a party and texting and drunk or something. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but I thought it was interesting.
No, I think
I think also that just the emotional part of it, where it's making the person think about the effects of the choices that they're making. That it's not just affecting her, that, she's trying to message her mom back, but there's also people in her car that she looks at and she's like, oh my goodness. And then the mom is looking at her kids and, it really makes it real. I think from that aspect, it makes it very, very real.
Yeah. In a way, those could almost be kind of the encoding, like the symbols, because I think that realistic relationship could be symbols for other people in their life of who they care about or things like that.
I agree. Yeah, I think you're right. Of course, the receivers are going to be the teenagers and even the parents. Maybe, it could be even parents that know if their kids are driving, maybe they should refrain from or put things in place where they can't message while they're driving. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the drama that we've been talking about, that's kind of the target to changing behavior, like you're saying, Laura Lee. It just kind of helps you reevaluate what you're doing and what maybe you could do differently.
Yeah, agree.
Well, do you guys have anything else? I think that's all we need to cover.
I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
Cool.
We don't have to do the A, B, and C or anything like that?
What was that one? I was kind of looking at that. We've kind of already talked about it.
I guess you kind of talked about them.
Yeah. I think we did.
I guess like with how the message changed the behavior was, the impact of your choices and how they affect others.
Yeah.
That's at least something I wrote down. So yeah, for sure. Good. Excellent.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. I tried to invite Allie kind of all throughout, but I didn't ever hear back from her. So I guess we'll just go ahead and read it if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, this is our last week too, so it's nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
All right.
Good luck.
Thanks. You guys too.
Awesome.
We'll talk to you later.
Okay.
See ya.